Situations like that can escalate quickly depending on personality.
Testing. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? What's going on? Now I seen this on I think it was on Instagram. I seen this little clip on Instagram, and I had to say something about this. How I'm sounding? Am I sounding good? First and foremost, peace and blessings. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to the members, the genuine supporters, the chat, everybody who's watching from behind the scenes, everybody who catch this on the replay. It's your host and your DJ. Okay, Only Facts. Appreciate you. What's going on, Only Facts? David is in the building. Miss Diamond is in the building. Wait, hold on 1 second. Yeah, man. So I seen this clip. So I want to know what's your opinion on it. So me personally, I had when I seen it, I felt some type of way. But I want to see what y'all got to say about it. What would you do in this situation if you was in this situation, men versus women? 1 second, hold on.
You look very pretty.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. Is that your brother?
No, that's my boyfriend.
I just thought you looked cute. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my bad. You feel me? I can still get your number.
You're not gonna say nothing?
What did you say? It's good. It's good.
So you don't care? Like, he's talking to me, you're not gonna say nothing?
I care.
He's asking for my
What do
number,
you wanna
you're
say?
not saying anything.
I'm waiting for you to say something.
No, you're the man. You're supposed to say something.
I'm supposed to say something right now?
You're the man.
What if I wasn't?
Honestly, like,
Okay.
you can get my number.
Okay.
Don't worry about him.
Now, ladies, gentlemen, if you was in this situation, what would you do? How would you handle it? What do you think? Miss Bobby Ramos. Nah, she's supposed to say something. I think it was disrespectful to the man. Okay, so I'm not bugging. Okay. That was blatant disrespect. Okay, ladies, okay. I gotta clap it up for the ladies. I gotta because the comments under there was, some of them was diabolical. As far as how he handled it, it was crazy. Now, you see, this is where my dilemma came in on how the boyfriend handled it. So I had to go to Skynet. And ask, because sometimes the way I may think about things, others may not think about it that way. So let's see. I had to go to Skynet. Let's see what Skynet said.
Situations like that usually spark debate because people look at respect, boundaries, and expectations in relationships differently. There isn't only one way to interpret it, but most people usually break it down like this. 1. The man who asked for the number, he's not necessarily wrong at first if he genuinely thought the boyfriend might be a brother. But once she clearly said, "That's my boyfriend," continuing to ask for her number is generally considered disrespectful toward the relationship. 2. The boyfriend. His reaction depends on his mindset. Some people think he should step in to defend the relationship and shut it down. Others think he handled it intentionally by letting his girlfriend show her own boundaries. In that view, he wanted to see how she would respond without controlling her. So his response isn't automatically wrong. It's more about what kind of relationship dynamic they have. 3. The girlfriend. This is where many people say the biggest issue is. If someone clearly says she has a boyfriend, then still gives another man her number, many people would interpret that as disrespecting the relationship or signaling interest in the other person. How many people would judge it? A common takeaway people have is the stranger, disrespectful after learning she had a boyfriend. The boyfriend, passive. Some see it as weak, others as testing her character. The girlfriend, crossed a relationship boundary by giving her number. The deeper question, the real issue, becomes boundaries and expectations. Some couples expect clear rejection of outside advances. Others operate more loosely. But in most relationships, giving your number to someone hitting on you in front of your partner would be viewed as a serious problem.
Now, Plaga, what's going on, my brother? Now, at first, Skynet is kind of right, but at first, me, I got a temper. So I may have felt a certain type of way towards both parties. But let me see. Let's see. Only Fact said, I think he handled it great. Let her handle it. If she chooses to disrespect. Now, when I thought about it, when I kind of thought about it, when I stepped outside myself and thought about it, I said, maybe he did handle it the right way. But Miss Diamond said he didn't make her feel secure. I hear that. But me personally, she was wrong on that. She was wrong on that part at the end. Yeah, giving the number was that was just disrespectful. So that shows, I think that shows she didn't have respect for him in the first place. But me personally, I would have felt like he was disrespectful. After she said, that's my boyfriend, and he still proceeded to ask for the number, I probably would have felt like, he's disrespected me. But at the same time, when I thought about it, she that's kind of disrespectful for her. She kind of disrespected him also. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't, I probably would get into a confrontation with old boy. But I wouldn't be messing with her after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But is it worth getting into a confrontation over somebody who's gonna, who don't respect you in the first place? So, like I said, after I thought about it, I said, maybe he did handle it the right way. But it would have been difficult for me to put my pride to the side. But it could have definitely went left. Some women aren't worth it. Obviously, she's one of them. Right. Well, let me play it again for those who didn't see the clip.
You look very pretty.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. Is that your brother?
No, that's my boyfriend.
I just thought you looked cute. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my bad. You feel me? I can still get your number.
You're not gonna say nothing?
What do you say? It's good.
So you don't care? Like, he's talking to me, you're not gonna say nothing?
I care.
He's asking for my
What
number
do you
and
wanna
you're not
say?
saying anything.
I'm waiting for you to say something.
No, you're the man. You're supposed to say something.
I'm supposed to say something right now?
You're the man.
What if I wasn't?
Honestly, like,
Okay.
you can get my number. Don't worry about him.
Situations like that can escalate quickly depending on personalities, pride, and how people interpret disrespect. Why confrontation can escalate? When a boyfriend steps in, the other man might interpret it as a challenge, a public embarrassment, a threat to his ego. In many confrontations between men, the conflict isn't really about the woman anymore. It becomes about status and pride. Once that happens, small things can escalate. Tone of voice, stepping closer, insults, physical intimidation. That's how arguments sometimes turn into fights. Why the boyfriend may have stayed silent. Some men intentionally avoid confrontation because they know it can spiral into something unnecessary. He might have been thinking, I'm not risking a fight over this. She should shut this down herself. If she respects the relationship, she'll reject him. So his reaction could have been de-escalation, not weakness. The deeper relationship issue, the real test in that moment, often becomes the partner's response. Many people feel that once she said, "That's my boyfriend," the respectful response would have been something like, open quote, "Sorry, I'm not interested," close quote. Instead, giving the number changes the situation from outside pressure to inside relationship boundaries. The interesting debate this creates, people usually split into two camps. Camp 1, the boyfriend should have stepped in, protect the relationship, show the other man it's not acceptable. Camp 2, the girlfriend should have handled it. She controls her own boundaries. Her response reveals her loyalty. The bigger lesson. Many relationship counselors actually say the healthiest dynamic is each partner enforces their own boundaries. No one has to fight outsiders to protect the relationship. Because if someone wants to entertain outside attention, confrontation won't stop it anyway.
The other guy pushed, maybe when he continued to push her after she made it clear she has a man. Yeah, and like I said, Ms. Diamond, I would feel I would feel like he's being disrespectful towards me, but at the end of the day, she should have just said, no, you can't have my number. Like, get out of, I told you I got a man, get up out of here. And then if he would have continued to disrespect, then, maybe I would have stepped in. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I would have, me, I got a temper, so I probably would have handled it wrong. I probably would have got confrontational. And you never know where that might go. People, lose their life or freedom over things like that. So, yeah, I probably would have handled it the wrong way, and then I would be messing with that broad. Yeah, it would have definitely been over. Street Queen, what's going on, Street Queen? Right. That's what I was thinking too. After Skynet said that, I said, you know what, Skynet got a point, because it could have escalated. Because I know it'd have definitely escalated if that was me, but I think I would have handled that wrong. So my initial thought was wrong. I think after I asked Skynet, after I heard different perspectives, I say, you know what? I think maybe I would have handled that wrong, but I would have felt, that, like, you disrespected me. She just told you that I'm her man, and you kind of like F that dude. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't think if I was with a female, females I'll be with will never do something like that in front of me. Like, she would have been told, old boy, nah, you need to get up out of here, because my man is not, he don't got it all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to get up out of here, because she wouldn't want something to escalate. She would, know how I am. So maybe she didn't have no respect for old boy, or she felt like, he ain't, I don't know. Maybe she felt like he was weak or something. I don't know. But, all praises to the Most High. I found my faith, so I try to think differently. But, in the past, yeah, I would have probably tried to sock him in his, you know what I'm saying? Pause. I would have tried to sock him in his mouth. Pause. No self-respect either. Yeah, that dress was kind of short too. I'm not gonna lie. That if you look at her dress, it was kind of.
You look very pretty.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. Is that your brother?
No, that's my boyfriend. Oh!
Yeah, that dress was kind of short, but some fellas allow their lady to wear certain provocative stuff when they're around and things of that nature. But I don't know. A woman who respects herself would not act like that, right? What's the subject? Oh, what would you do if you was in this situation, Street Queen? Let me play the clip. Who you think was right? Who you think was wrong? What would you do? What would you expect your man to do? Did he handle it right? Did he handle it wrong? Well, let me play the clip.
You look very pretty.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. Is that your brother?
No, that's my boyfriend.
I just thought you looked cute. I'm not gonna lie, like, my bad. You feel me? I can still get your number.
You're not gonna say nothing?
What do you say? Just get it. Just get it.
So you don't care? Like, he's talking to me, you're not gonna say nothing?
I care.
He's asking for my
What do
number
you
and
wanna
you're not
say?
saying anything.
I'm waiting for you to say something.
No, you're the man. You're supposed to say something.
I'm supposed to say something right now?
You're the man.
What if I wasn't?
Honestly, like,
Okay.
you can get my number.
Okay.
Don't worry about him.
Yeah, obviously she ain't have no respect for him. She said, "Don't worry about him." So yeah, what would you do in that situation? Taking another man's number while with her man is diabolical. Yeah, I wouldn't dare. I hear that, Street Queen. I hear that. Yeah, that was just very, very disrespectful. I don't hit women, but I tell you this. After I would have crashed out, I would have been wrong. But after I'd have crashed out on old boy, when I was walking off, I would definitely probably shoulder bumped her. I don't hit women, but I was definitely probably shoulder bumped her when I walked off. I will never entertain the situation. Right. That's how I feel. That's why I said I would not be messing with her after that. Now, if she didn't entertain the situation and she clearly was like, "No, my man is right here. What's wrong with you? Get away," and he would have persisted on being, disrespectful, then, I would have felt justified even now, after I found my faith, I would have still felt justified as defending her honor, defending my honor, and things of that nature. But after I heard different perspectives, I said, you know what? Maybe he did handle it right. He handled it correctly. Some girls be desperate for attention. Right. And that's why I tell females, if you're not getting attention from your man, and you speak on it, and you try to tell him, you don't give me no attention, this and that, it's probably time for you to go find yourself, another man. Right? You saying she shouldn't even spoke to him? Nah, that's real. That's real. Yeah, she shouldn't even spoke to him. I didn't even think about that. Now, if she didn't speak to him, you know what? That's a good point. Because if she didn't speak to him, then that would have gave me grounds to like, that's my girl. That's my girl, my brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my girl. Like, she's not interested. Keep it pushing. You feel what I'm saying? So, you're right about that. You're right about that. Yeah, I seen this, man. I said, what? When I seen this, I said, man, what's going on over here? I don't think that was real. Maybe that was like a skit or something, but I said, let me speak to people about this. Even the man getting the number now knows she's a low value woman and will be treating her. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Only facts. That is a fact. See, for the streets. She definitely for the streets. But yeah, I just want to speak on that. I said that would be an interesting topic. One thing. Let's see. Ask for a number. You with your boyfriend, the best to do is ignore it. Yeah, you're right. Ignore it and keep it pushed. Salute the Street Queen. Salute the street queen. That's true. I think that's the best course of action. That's the best course of action. Because then that would have been grounds for him to step in. If she didn't say nothing and he would have kept pursuing, then he could have said, listen, man, that's my girl. She's not interested. Keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these are good. This is good. This is good because I learned the lesson too because I got a temper. I feel some type of way. Sometimes I expect, men to think, that's my girl. Like the way I would be looking and all that, like, I'm very territorial. I'm like a pit bull. So if I'm walking with my girl, I'm like a pit bull. I'm already looking around. I'm already, if you're looking too long, I'm gonna look you in your eyes like pause, like it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate street queen. But yeah, man, I thought that was an interesting topic. That before rolling my eyes with disgust at him. Right, OnlyFans, right. Because I see her point of view when she said you're not going to say nothing, but she already said something. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, I want to see what you going to say. And she was like, you don't care? He's like, I care, but what if I wasn't here? When he said, what if I wasn't here? What you would have did? So do what you would have did if I wasn't here. I guess she did what she would have did when he wasn't there. She got the number. She gave the number, I guess, Yeah, I respect that. Some women don't, even if their man is not around, some women they don't even acknowledge you. They won't speak to you. They won't say nothing. They will ignore you and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I love women like that. I love women. I don't like my woman to be friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she could be friendly, but not towards men who seems to be trying to flirt or pursue her or stuff like that. Yeah, matter of fact, I don't like my women to be friendly to no man, but that's something I got to get over. You know what I'm saying? I love mean women. But anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to get on here real quick and do this live and see what y'all think. Salute to the ladies. I appreciate y'all. Y'all some stand-up women. Y'all got some lucky fellas. Appreciate y'all, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace and blessings to the members, the genuine supporters, the chat, everybody watching from behind the scenes, everybody who catch this on the replay. Leave your comments. Let me know what you would do, how you feel. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. See you soon.